Imagine a solitary tree on a windswept hill, its roots deep in the earth, its branches clawing toward the sky, not cowering before the storm, but defying it. This is not weakness resisting power. This is power manifesting through resilience. That tree is you when you choose to embrace a positive mental attitude. In the words of Napoleon Hill, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Not wishful thinking, not naive optimism, but a truth forged in fire. That your mindset is the architect of your destiny. PMA is not about pretending life is easy. It's about refusing to surrender when it gets hard. It's the steel in your spine when everything around you says, quit. Now look around. There are millions walking through life blindfolded by negativity, victims of their own thoughts, chained by doubt, waiting for permission to believe in themselves. They hesitate. They overthink. They settle for survival when they were born to lead, to build, to conquer. They say, what if I fail? But PMA says, what if you fly? Because positive mental attitude doesn't ignore obstacles, it redefines them. It says, that wall? I'll climb it. That failure? I'll learn from it. That fear? I'll face it. PMA is the switch that turns fear into fuel. It's the decision to move forward even if the path is unclear. It's what turns a whisper of potential into a roar of action. It's the relentless fire that says, I don't need perfect conditions. I just need to begin, so stand tall. Dig deep. Lift your chin to the storm, and let the winds come. Because you are not here to shrink. You are here to rise. You are not here to wonder if you can. You are here to prove that you will. And it starts not with talent, not with luck, not with opportunity. It starts with your mindset. It starts with your decision. It starts with your unshakable belief that no matter what stands in your way, you are stronger. What if your attitude is the only barrier between you and the success you've always craved? Let's explore why so many struggle to take action, and how a negative mental attitude keeps them locked in place. Often, we wait for motivation to strike like lightning, believing external forces must propel us forward. But this is a trap set by a pessimistic mindset. Without PMA, you might sit idle, hoping for the perfect moment, only to watch days turn into wasted years. Yet, with PMA, you generate your own energy affirming, I am capable and resilient. And suddenly, that project you've been avoiding becomes an exciting challenge. Picture someone starting a new business venture despite feeling tired. Their PMA builds momentum with every small effort, turning hesitation into progress. In contrast, those without it linger in limbo, waiting for feelings to align, which they rarely do. Another barrier is the failure to decide, born from overthinking worst-case scenarios, a hallmark of a negative mental attitude that sows seeds of indecision. You might weigh every option until the opportunity slips away, like an entrepreneur paralyzed by fear of failure before even launching an idea. But PMA changes this. It focuses on potential rewards, empowering quick, confident choices through simple affirmations like, I trust my abilities to handle whatever comes. With PMA, decisions flow naturally, as if an inner compass guides you, cutting through the noise of doubt. Consider that entrepreneur who finally acts, adopting PMA, and watches their business thrive, because they chose action over endless deliberation. Fear and uncertainty amplify this in action, turning everyday challenges into insurmountable walls when viewed through a negative lens. A pessimistic attitude creates self-fulfilling prophecies, where anxiety about failure ensures it happens, like an athlete too scared to compete, and thus underperforms. Yet, PMA flips the script, seeing uncertainty as a thrilling opportunity for growth, reframing thoughts with, failure is a lesson, not a verdict. Through positive visualization, you build courage, much like that athlete who overcomes nerves by picturing victory, step by step. So, if inaction has held you back, remember that PMA is the key to unlocking your potential and stepping into action. Now, let's embrace the solution. Immediate action, fueled by PMA, which creates a ripple of momentum that propels you towards success. The power of action lies in its ability to generate energy. With PMA, you don't wait for conditions to be perfect, You create them. Even on your toughest days, a positive mindset whispers, just start, and the rest will follow, building a feedback loop of confidence and achievement. Think of the job seeker who, armed with PMA, applies for positions daily despite rejections, each no inching them closer to a yes. This isn't about grand gestures. It's the quiet insistence of PMA that turns small actions into monumental progress. Building decisiveness starts with PMA, training your mind to make firm choices without second guessing, like sharpening a blade for battle. Daily affirmations and goal-setting exercises become your tools, fostering a mindset where decisions feel empowering, not overwhelming. Imagine a student with PMA who commits to studying consistently, viewing challenges as growth opportunities rather than reasons to delay. That decisiveness snowballs, turning hesitation into habit, and habit into success. Practicing the first step is where PMA truly shines. It's about overcoming inertia by committing to one simple, achievable task right now. For instance, if you're writing a report, just pen that first paragraph. PMA turns that initial effort into a pathway of unstoppable momentum. Right now, identify one small action tied to your goal and take it. Feel how PMA transforms reluctance into resolve. Overcoming hesitation and fear is next on this journey, and PMA equips you to face them head-on, converting threats into triumphs. Facing fear means confronting it with PMA, using positive self-talk like, "I am stronger than my fears," to erode its power over you. Small exposures build courage, much like a public speaker who practices in front of a mirror, gradually turning stage fright into stage presence. With PMA, fear loses its grip, replaced by a sense of excitement for what's possible. Learning through failure is another gift of PMA. It teaches that setbacks are temporary educators, not permanent defeats. Journaling positive outcomes from past failures reinforces this, helping you see each stumble as a step forward, like Thomas Edison viewing his thousands of failed experiments as progress toward the light bulb. PMA fosters resilience, turning what could break you into what makes you unbreakable. Now, let's cultivate self-discipline, with PMA as its unwavering foundation, sustaining habits that drive long-term success. Discipline is the true key to success, and PMA is its engine, motivating consistent effort even when emotions falter. A positive mindset makes discipline feel less like a chore and more like an empowering ritual, turning routines into rituals of self-investment. Picture a fitness enthusiast with PMA who sticks to their workout schedule, not out of obligation, but because they see it as a path to personal victory. Building positive habits starts with PMA-infused practices like daily gratitude or goal reviews, which compound into lasting change. Begin with one habit, such as starting your day with a positive affirmation, track your progress, and watch it scale into a life of achievement. Successful leaders swear by this. Their discipline stems from PMA, turning ordinary days into extraordinary strides. Developing a clear vision and goals is the next vital step, where PMA infuses purpose and sustained motivation into every aspiration. Goals become inspiring beacons with PMA, focusing on the why behind them and visualizing success as an inevitable reality. Techniques like creating a vision board or daily affirmations keep that positivity alive, making your path feel illuminated rather than daunting. With PMA, you define specific, achievable goals, breaking them into manageable steps, like turning a vague dream of career advancement into daily learning tasks. Celebrate small wins along the way. This positive reinforcement keeps the fire burning, ensuring you stay on course. For example, if your goal is to write a book, PMA helps you outline chapters today, review progress tomorrow, and build toward completion with joy. As we near the end, let's reaffirm the core idea: a person with PMA will always find a way to make success happen because it bridges the gap between knowing and doing. This mindset doesn't wait for motivation. It creates it, turning every challenge into a chance for growth, and every failure into a foundation for victory. Remember, PMA is the spark that ignites action, the shield that deflects fear, and the compass that guides you to your destiny. It's not about being naive to hardships. It's about choosing to rise above them every single time. Think back to that lone tree on the hill, bending but never breaking, a perfect metaphor for how PMA leads to enduring success. Now it's your turn. Adopt PMA today by taking one small, positive step toward your goal, whether it's deciding on a new path or facing a long-avoided fear. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Create it with your attitude, and watch as doors swing open that you never knew existed. Success isn't reserved for the lucky few. It's for those who embrace PMA and act on it, transforming their lives in ways they once thought impossible. Let this be the day you shift from hesitation to action, from doubt to determination, and from dreaming to achieving. Carry this truth with you. With PMA, you don't just find success, you become the architect of it. So, go forth with that positive mental attitude, and let it guide you to the success that's always been within your reach. Let me begin by sharing a powerful truth. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. As Napoleon Hill once said, this isn't just a catchy phrase. It's the essence of a positive mental attitude, or PMA, that turns dreams into reality. Imagine waking up each day with an unshakable belief that challenges are merely stepping stones to success. Without PMA, many people fall into a trap of chronic procrastination, where self-doubt whispers that tomorrow will be better. Picture someone dreaming of a career change, but hesitating due to fear of rejection, stuck in a cycle of inaction. This negative mental attitude amplifies every obstacle, making mountains out of molehills and turning potential into paralysis. But here's the shift. PMA changes the narrative, transforming "I can't" into "I will find a way." It's not about ignoring problems. It's about facing them with confidence and resilience. Think of it as your internal compass, guiding you through storms with optimism as your sail. So, what if your attitude is the only barrier between you and your goals? Let's explore why so many struggle to take action, and how PMA breaks the chain. Often, people wait for motivation to strike like lightning, believing it must come from outside before they move. This is a hallmark of a negative mindset, where energy feels elusive and excuses take root. With PMA, you generate your own drive, affirming, "I am capable and resilient," to spark that inner fire. For instance, consider someone starting a project despite feeling tired. That first step builds momentum. Without PMA, they might wait indefinitely, watching opportunities slip away. Another barrier is the failure to decide, born from overthinking worst-case scenarios in a pessimistic fog. PMA counters this by focusing on rewards, allowing quick, confident choices that propel you forward. Try this. Use positive affirmations like, "I trust my abilities to handle outcomes," to cut through indecision. Take the entrepreneur who hesitates on a business idea due to fear, but thrives once PMA takes hold. Fear and uncertainty amplify hesitation, creating self-fulfilling prophecies of defeat if negativity reigns. But with PMA, uncertainty becomes an exciting opportunity for growth and learning. Reframe your thoughts. Failure is a lesson, not a verdict. And watch fear lose its grip. Athletes often use positive visualization to overcome performance anxiety, turning nerves into fuel. Now, let's move to the solution. Immediate action fueled by PMA. The power of action lies in its ability to generate energy and confidence, even when conditions aren't perfect. PMA makes this possible by creating a positive feedback loop. Take a step, feel the win, and keep going. Like the job seeker who applies daily despite rejections, PMA turns persistence into eventual triumph. Building decisiveness starts with PMA, training your mind to make firm decisions without second guessing. Incorporate daily affirmations or goal-setting exercises to cultivate this trait and banish doubt. Imagine a student who, with PMA, commits to studying consistently, viewing challenges as growth opportunities. Practicing the first step is where PMA shines, overcoming inertia with simple, achievable actions. Right now, identify one small task tied to your goal, like writing one paragraph, and commit to it. That step, powered by PMA, becomes a pathway to success. building confidence with every move. Overcoming hesitation and fear is next, and PMA is your greatest ally in this battle. Facing fear head-on with PMA means confronting it rather than avoiding it, using positive self-talk as your shield. Say to yourself, I am stronger than my fears, and take small actions to build courage over time. A public speaker with PMA might start by practicing in front of a mirror, gradually conquering stage fright. Learning through failure is another PMA superpower, viewing setbacks as temporary teachers. With PMA, you foster resilience by journaling positive outcomes from past failures, turning defeats into lessons. Think of Thomas Edison, who maintained PMA through thousands of failed experiments, leading to groundbreaking inventions. Now, let's cultivate self-discipline, with PMA as its solid foundation. Discipline is the true key to success, and PMA acts as the engine that keeps it running strong. A positive mindset makes discipline enjoyable, transforming routines into empowering rituals that drive progress. For example, a fitness enthusiast with PMA sticks to their workout schedule, seeing it as an investment in themselves. Building positive habits begins with PMA-infused practices, like daily gratitude or goal reviews. Start small. Wake up early with a positive affirmation, track your progress, and watch habits compound into success. Successful leaders often credit their discipline to a positive outlook, turning daily efforts into lasting achievements. Developing a clear vision and goals is where PMA truly elevates your path. Goals become inspiring with PMA, as you focus on the why and vividly visualize your success. Techniques like creating a vision board or affirming goals daily keep that positivity alive and motivating. Break goals into specific, achievable steps, influenced by PMA to make them feel attainable and exciting. For instance, if your goal is career advancement, outline daily learning tasks and celebrate each small win. PMA turns vague aspirations into a clear roadmap, guiding you with optimism and purpose. Remember, with PMA, motivation follows action, not the other way around. As we wrap up, let's reaffirm the core idea. A person with a positive mental attitude will always find a way to make success happen. It's this mindset that bridges the gap between knowing what to do and actually doing it. PMA isn't a magic trick. It's a choice that empowers you to persist through any challenge. Think back to the job seeker, the entrepreneur, the student. They all succeeded because they chose PMA first. Now it's your turn. Start today by adopting PMA in one small way. Take that decision you've been putting off, face that fear that's holding you back, or build that habit you've dreamed of. Remember, success isn't about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about creating it with your attitude. Let PMA be your guide, turning every obstacle into an opportunity and every dream into reality. Imagine the freedom of living without self-doubt, where each day brings you closer to your goals. You're not just surviving. You're thriving, powered by the belief that you can achieve anything. So right now, commit to one positive step, whether it's affirming your strengths or planning your next action. Feel the shift as PMA takes hold, unlocking doors you never knew were there. This is your moment to rise above, to prove that with the right mindset, success is inevitable. Carry this forward. Share PMA with others. Inspire those around you, and watch the ripple effect of positivity. In closing, embrace the truth that your attitude shapes your world, and with PMA, you're unstoppable. Go forth with confidence, knowing that every challenge is just another step toward your destined success. Thank you for embracing this journey. Now, make it yours, and let PMA lead you to greatness. In the face of life's challenges, a positive mental attitude stands as the ultimate game changer, transforming obstacles into stepping stones toward success. As Napoleon Hill wisely stated, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve, highlighting how PMA isn't mere optimism, but a powerful mental framework. This mindset empowers you to envision your goals vividly and act on them, even when adversity strikes. Without PMA, many people fall into a trap of chronic procrastination, where self-doubt and fear create a cycle of inaction. Picture someone dreaming of a career change, but hesitating due to the fear of rejection. allowing negativity to stall their progress. This negative mental attitude turns potential opportunities into overwhelming threats, leading to stagnation and regret. The key to breaking free lies in adopting PMA, which reframes setbacks as temporary and fosters the resilience to say, "I will find a way." So, ask yourself, what if your attitude is the only barrier between you and the success you deserve? Now, let's explore why you're not taking action, and how a negative mental attitude amplifies these barriers. One major issue is waiting for motivation to strike, as if it were an external force you can't control. With a negative mindset, you might think, "I'll start when I feel ready," but readiness never comes, trapping you in inaction. PMA changes this by encouraging self-generated energy, like repeating affirmations such as, "I am capable and resilient," to ignite your inner drive. For instance, imagine someone with PMA beginning a project despite low energy, knowing that action itself builds momentum. In contrast, without PMA, that same person might wait indefinitely, watching opportunities slip away. Another barrier is the failure to decide, often fueled by a pessimistic attitude that overemphasizes worst-case scenarios. This leads to endless overthinking, where fear paralyzes you from making even simple choices. PMA counters this by promoting quick, confident decisions, focusing on potential rewards rather than risks. Try using positive affirmations like, "I trust my abilities to handle any outcome," to reduce the paralysis and move forward. Take the example of an entrepreneur who hesitates on a business idea due to fear but thrives once PMA helps them commit. Fear and uncertainty further compound the problem, turning minor doubts into overwhelming anxiety. A negative mental attitude makes these fears self-fulfilling, where you expect defeat and thus invite it. But with PMA, uncertainty becomes an exciting opportunity for growth, reframing thoughts like, "Failure is just a lesson, not a verdict." Athletes often use positive visualization to overcome performance anxiety, turning nerves into fuel for success. By adopting PMA, you can face these fears head-on and emerge stronger. Moving to the solution, immediate action is where PMA truly shines, creating the momentum needed for progress. The power of action lies in how PMA fuels your confidence, even when conditions aren't perfect. When you act decisively, it reinforces your positive mindset, building a feedback loop of energy and self-belief. Consider a job seeker with PMA who applies for positions daily, despite rejections, eventually landing their dream role. Without PMA, that same person might give up after the first setback, missing out on future opportunities. Building decisiveness starts with PMA, helping you make firm choices quickly without second guessing. Practice daily positive affirmations or goal-setting exercises to cultivate this trait and keep moving forward. For example, a student with PMA decides to study consistently, viewing challenges as growth opportunities rather than reasons to delay. Practicing the first step is essential. PMA encourages you to start small and build from there. Right now, identify one achievable task tied to your goal, like writing a single paragraph, and commit to it. That small step, powered by PMA, turns into a pathway to greater success. Overcoming hesitation and fear requires PMA to directly confront these emotions and convert them into strengths. Facing fear head-on, PMA teaches you to use positive self-talk, such as, "I am stronger than my fears," to build courage. Techniques like gradual exposure help. Start with small actions to desensitize yourself and gain confidence over time. Think of a public speaker who overcomes stage fright through PMA, practicing in front of a mirror until it feels natural. This approach not only reduces fear, but also leads to improved performance and real-world success. Learning through failure is another area where PMA makes all the difference, viewing setbacks as temporary educators. With PMA, you understand that failure isn't a permanent defeat, but a valuable lesson that builds resilience. Keep a journal of positive outcomes from past failures to reinforce this mindset and stay motivated. Look at Thomas Edison, who maintained PMA through countless experiments, famously saying his failures were just steps to invention. By embracing PMA, you turn what could be demotivating into a powerful driver of progress. Cultivating self-discipline is where PMI becomes the foundation, sustaining habits that lead to long-term success. Discipline isn't about willpower alone. It's the engine powered by PMA, making consistent effort feel rewarding. A positive mindset transforms routines into empowering rituals, turning challenges into enjoyable self-investments. For instance, a fitness enthusiast with PMA sticks to their workout schedule, seeing it as a path to personal growth. Without PMA, discipline crumbles under fleeting emotions, leading to inconsistency and unfulfilled goals. Building positive habits starts with PMA practices, like daily gratitude or goal reviews, to keep you aligned and motivated. Begin with one simple habit, such as starting your day with a positive affirmation, and track your progress to build momentum. Over time, these habits compound, as successful leaders often credit their discipline to a steadfast positive outlook. Developing a clear vision and goals is amplified by PMA, providing the direction and motivation needed to succeed. Goals become inspiring when viewed through PMA, focusing on the why behind them and visualizing triumphant outcomes. Techniques like creating a vision board or daily affirmations help maintain that positivity and keep your eyes on the prize. For example, if your goal is career advancement, PMA helps you break it down into daily learning tasks, making it achievable. Without PMA, goals can feel intimidating, leading to avoidance or half-hearted efforts. But with PMA, you define specific, achievable goals using tools like SMART criteria, reviewing progress with optimism. This positive approach ensures your goals drive action, turning aspirations into reality. As you outline your next steps, let PMA guide you to celebrate small wins and adjust as needed. In conclusion, remember that a person with a positive mental attitude will always find a way to make success happen. PMA transforms your mindset into a force of action, where motivation follows your attitude, not the other way around. It's the bridge between knowing what to do and actually doing it, turning potential into achievement. Throughout this journey, we've seen how PMA overcomes procrastination, fear, and uncertainty. It builds decisiveness, self-discipline, and a clear vision, all leading to unstoppable progress. Now, it's your turn to embrace this mindset and reap the rewards. Start today by taking one small, positive step toward your goal, whether it's making a decision or facing a fear. Remember, success isn't about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about creating it with your attitude. Let PMA be your guide, and watch as doors open that you never thought possible. Every challenge you face is an opportunity, and with PMA, you'll navigate them with grace and determination. Imagine waking up each day with the belief that you can achieve anything, and let that belief propel you forward. As you apply these principles, you'll discover an inner strength that turns dreams into reality. So, commit to PMA now, and let it illuminate your path to success. In the end, it's not about the obstacles. It's about your response, and with PMA, your response will always lead to victory. Go forth with a positive mental attitude, and make your success inevitable. Let me begin with a powerful truth that has guided countless individuals to greatness. As Napoleon Hill once said, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." This isn't just empty optimism. It's the essence of a positive mental attitude, or PMA, that turns dreams into reality. PMA is your mental framework, the force that shifts your focus from doubt to determination, even when obstacles loom large. Imagine waking up each day with the unwavering belief that you can overcome any challenge and succeed. Yet, so many people struggle without this mindset, trapped in a cycle of chronic procrastination and hesitation. They know what they need to do, like pursuing a new career or starting a business, but self-doubt creeps in, whispering that failure is inevitable. Fear of rejection holds them back, turning potential opportunities into missed chances and leading to a life of stagnation. Pessimism becomes their default, where every setback feels like a permanent defeat rather than a temporary hurdle. This negative mental attitude creates a vicious loop. Hesitation breeds inaction, and inaction reinforces doubt. But here's the turning point. PMA is the catalyst for change, reframing those obstacles as stepping stones to success. It empowers you to say, I will find a way, instead of, I can't. So, what if your attitude is the only barrier between you and your goals? Let's dive deeper into why so many fail to take action, and how PMA can break that chain. One major reason is waiting for the perfect motivation to strike, as if external energy will magically appear. People with a negative mindset believe they must feel inspired before moving forward, leading to endless delays. For instance, someone might postpone a workout routine, thinking, I'll start when I feel more energetic. But PMA changes this. It teaches you to generate your own drive through affirmations like, I am capable and resilient. By taking that first step, despite low energy, you build momentum, turning hesitation into progress. Another barrier is the failure to decide, rooted in overthinking and fearing the worst-case scenarios. A pessimistic attitude amplifies this, making every choice feel overwhelming and risky. Think of an entrepreneur hesitating on launching a new product, paralyzed by thoughts of potential failure. With PMA, you focus on rewards instead, using positive affirmations like, I trust my abilities to handle any outcome. This leads to quick, confident decisions that propel you forward. Fear and uncertainty often seal the deal on inaction, turning anxiety into a self-fulfilling prophecy. Without PMA, these fears grow, making you avoid challenges altogether. But PMA views uncertainty as an exciting opportunity for growth, reframing thoughts like, failure is just a lesson, not a verdict. Athletes, for example, use positive visualization to conquer performance anxiety and achieve peak results. Now, let's explore the solution. Embracing immediate action through PMA. The power of action lies in PMA's ability to fuel your decisions, even when conditions aren't ideal. It generates the confidence to start now, knowing that every step reinforces your self-belief. Take a job seeker who faces rejections daily. With PMA, they keep applying, and that persistence leads to success. Building decisiveness starts with PMA, making firm choices without second guessing. Daily affirmations and goal-setting exercises cultivate this trait, turning doubt into resolve. Picture a student who, armed with PMA, decides to study consistently, seeing challenges as growth opportunities. Practicing that first step is key. Leverage PMA to overcome inertia by tackling a simple task right away. For instance, if you're writing a report, start with just one paragraph. That small win builds confidence and momentum. Right now, identify one small action tied to your goal and commit to it. PMA turns that step into a pathway to success. Moving on, let's address overcoming hesitation and fear with the strength of PMA. Facing fear head-on is where PMA shines, encouraging you to confront it rather than hide. Use positive self-talk, like I am stronger than my fears, and take gradual steps to build courage. A public speaker with PMA might start by practicing in front of a mirror, gradually overcoming stage fright. Learning through failure becomes empowering with PMA, viewing each setback as a temporary educator. It fosters resilience, with habits like journaling positive lessons from past failures. Just look at Thomas Edison, who maintained PMA through thousands of failed experiments, ultimately inventing the light bulb. Next, cultivating self-discipline is all about making PMA your foundation for lasting habits. Discipline is the true key to success, and PMA acts as its engine, motivating consistent effort over fleeting emotions. With PMA, routines become enjoyable rituals that drive progress, like a fitness enthusiast who sees workouts as self-investment. Building positive habits starts with simple practices aligned to PMA, such as daily gratitude or goal reviews. Begin with one habit, like waking up early with a positive affirmation, track your progress, and watch it compound into success. Successful leaders often credit their discipline to a positive outlook, turning daily efforts into extraordinary achievements. Finally, developing a clear vision and goals is amplified by PMA, providing direction and sustained motivation. Goals become inspiring with PMA as you focus on the why and visualize success through tools like vision boards. Affirm your goals daily to keep that positive energy flowing, making them feel achievable and exciting. Define specific goals under PMA's influence, breaking them into steps like SMART goals for clear progress. For example, if your aim is career advancement, start with daily learning tasks and celebrate each small win along the way. With PMA, vague aspirations transform into a detailed roadmap, guiding you steadily towards success. As we wrap up, remember that a person with a positive mental attitude will always find a way to make success happen. PMA is the bridge between knowing what to do and actually doing it, turning mindset into unstoppable action. It's not about waiting for motivation. Motivation follows PMA, creating a cycle of achievement. So, start today, take one small, positive step toward your goal right now. Whether it's deciding, facing a fear, or building a habit. Success isn't about the perfect moment. It's about crafting it with your attitude, one determined choice at a time. Embrace PMA, and watch as it unlocks the success you've always deserved.